taking your hands and rubbing the palms of your hands together as if you're trying to make a fire between your hands. And then go ahead and place your left hand on your womb and your right hand on your heart. Taking a few nice deep breaths into your body, feeling that connection point between your hands and your body. This sensation of holding your womb space and holding your heart. And already establishing this deep presence with yourself, with your body. Setting the intention to maintain this presence throughout this practice. This is a chance to reconnect with your physical body, to reconnect with your emotional body, and to allow whatever needs to flow through you today to flow through with clarity, to release any stagnation or blockages, and to really give yourself that permission slip just to be in presence with yourself, and to be in that place of softness, compassion, gentleness with yourself. So keeping your hands on your body for now, we'll open our practice with one nice deep breath with a sigh on the exhale. So breathing in through your nose and sighing out through your mouth. And then on your next inhale, go ahead and open your arms wide. And we'll just hold the arms open for a moment here. Already feeling that sense of expansion through the chest, the opening of the heart, the space around the wings. And then we'll take one more deep inhale here. And as we exhale, floating the arms down in front of the body, crossing the wrists at the bottom, inhaling, pulling the arms up through the center channel, expanding all the way up, lifting your head and your chest up towards the sky, and then exhaling, fountaining the arms slowly back down. Good, we're gonna repeat this movement. Inhaling, pulling the energy up through the center channel, lifting everything up, exhaling, softly fountaining down. And then just closing your eyes and finding your own rhythm. Nice deep inhales through the nose as we expand up. Long exhales, softening down. Moving from the breath. Moving from a sense of spaciousness, openness. Just arriving with every breath in deeper presence with your body. Feeling as the breath moves in and out. Feeling a sense of homecoming with every breath. Long inhales and long exhales. Let's do 2 more times here. Feeling that connection between the earth and the sky. Feeling that clarity of energy as it runs up your roots, through your body, and expands up through the crown. And then on your next exhale, we're just going to cross the arms over the body and give ourselves a little hug. We'll meet here. Continuing to breathe deeply, and again, just feeling your own embrace, hugging in your heart. And we'll take one more inhale here, and a long exhale with a sigh. And then on the next inhale, we'll open the wings to the sides, lifting the chest forward and up. And as we exhale, softening the wings back around the body. Inhaling, opening the wings to the side, ending with the fingertips. Exhaling, softening the arms around the body. Slow motion flying. Feeling the spaciousness around the arms. The gentle ebb and flow of the chest as it expands on the inhale and softens on the exhale. And closing your eyes, just going at your own pace. And again, moving from the breath, moving from a sense of expansion, openness. And we'll do one more like this. And then on your next exhale, go ahead and squeeze yourself in one more time. We'll take one deep breath here. The sigh on the exhale. And then we're going to move to our fast release of this arm swing. So inhaling here, and on the exhaling, release. Good. Really allowing the arms to swing. No holding, no tension. Opening up the shoulders. Continuing to inhale through the nose and pushing the breath out through the mouth. Four more. Good. Shaking out the hands, shaking out the wrists, returning to your long breath, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Shaking the arms around all different directions, reaching up above your head, reaching out to the sides, shaking up into the arms and the shoulders, and then shaking out the neck, and moving all the muscles in your face around, sticking out your tongue. Seeing if you can shake down to the chest, a little shimmy down in the chest. And we're gonna keep shaking for 3 more breaths, letting out a sound on the exhale, breathing in through the nose. 2 more like that. Seeing if you can make the voice vibrate. 1 more time. Good, and then we're gonna slap the front of the chest, returning to the long breath and just giving yourself some sensation in the front of the chest. And then slapping the sides of the shoulders. Again, waking up the skin, bringing more activation to the arms. And then up towards the tops of the shoulders. Good. Deep inhale, opening the arms wide, holding at the top of the breath. Feeling the activation through the arms, the tingling, the buzzing, the lightness. 1 more sip in. And then exhaling, bringing the arms down in front of the body. 3 big unfurls. Inhaling, pulling the arms up. Exhaling, floating down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. 1 more time, inhaling up. Exhaling, bringing the hands to the knees. This time as we inhale, we're gonna arch the back. And as we exhale, we're gonna bow down to the earth. So bringing the palms of the hands to the ground, bowing down. Inhaling, rolling up through the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, lifting all the way up, arching up. Exhaling, bowing down. Arching down. Good. Inhaling, curling, rolling up vertebrae by vertebrae. Exhaling, arching down. And then continuing at your own pace. Just closing your eyes and feeling that gentle undulation of the spine as you bow up and down. Two more times like this. And then on your next inhale, rolling up to the center. We'll meet up here in the center. And then we're going to reverse that wave. So this time we're going to start curling down from the top of the head. Curling down, curling down. And then once we reach the bottom, we're going to arch up. So as if someone pulls you from the top of your hair and pulls you up, arching up. And then curling down from the top of the head. Arching up. Good. And curling down. So just reversing that wave. And closing your eyes, just feeling again that undulation of the spine as you wave up and down. Arching the spine as you come up on the inhale, curling the spine as you exhale down. Good. Just one more time like this. And on your next inhale, sitting up again. Already on the exhale, again, we're gonna tuck the tail and we're gonna bring our body into a C curve, tucking the head down, tilting the pelvis forward. And then as we inhale, we're gonna arch, moving to our arching curl. Exhaling, curling back. Inhaling, arching forward. Seeing if you can go even deeper now. Feeling that movement of the pelvis, tilting the pelvis back as you inhale and arch, tilting the pelvis forward as you exhale and curl. Nice deep breaths. And then continuing with this movement, we're going to add the arms back in. So we're going to open the wings as we inhale, and we're going to fold the wings over the body as we exhale. Seeing if you can maintain the depth of the movement in the torso, even when you add the arms back in. Feeling the energy now around the arms, up the fingertips. Three more times like this. Good. Inhaling back up to the center. Just taking a pause here. We're going to move to the fast release of this chest movement. You can keep the hands on the knees. So we're going to inhale, pushing the chest forward, and we're going to exhale with the fire breath out. Ten more. Four more. Good. Inhale, pulling up.
Holding at the top of the breath, lifting the chest and the head up. And exhaling, bowing all the way down to the earth, releasing the breath.
Inhaling, rolling up to the spine.
All the way up. 2 more bows down like that. Exhaling, bowing down.
Inhaling, rolling up.
1 more time. Exhaling, bowing down. This time staying down, and as we inhale, we're gonna shift the torso to the left knee, and we're gonna open up the right side of the body, twisting up to the sky, and then exhaling back down through the center, sweeping over to the other side, twisting up. Exhaling, sweeping down through the center. Inhaling, twisting up. Exhaling, releasing through the center. Inhaling, floating, twisting, opening up the side body. Then closing your eyes and just going at your own pace. Just gently starting to open up the side of the body. One more time each side. And exhaling back down to the center. Inhaling, rolling up. And just taking a pause here. Closing the eyes. Feeling the body, dropping back into that deep state of presence. And on the next inhale, we're gonna push the chest forward. Again, this time as we exhale, we're gonna spiral the chest back. Inhaling, spiraling forward. Exhaling, spiraling back. As we inhale, feeling the heart expand forward, and as we exhale, feeling the heart softening back. Maintaining that long, deep breath. And then we're going to start bringing that spiral down through the spine. Bringing that spiraling movement down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Sending it all the way down to the tailbone. And then sending it even deeper through the pelvis, and down through the hips, seeing if you can bring that movement all the way down through the hips. Connecting through your roots. Sending that spiral all the way down from your root into the earth. Grounding down. And then we're gonna spiral back up from the earth through the roots, through the hips, spiraling back up through the pelvis, spiraling back up vertebrae by vertebrae, back up behind the heart. And now bringing that spiral all the way up between the shoulders, up into the neck, bringing some movement into the neck. And then spiraling all the way up through the crown. Connecting that spiral up to the sky. And then just allowing that spiral to open up through the body, sending it up and down from the crown, down to the root, allowing it to travel through the spine, wherever it wants to go. Closing your eyes. Allowing this spiral to move through your body as it wants. Listening to how your body wants to spiral right now. Maybe you need more grounding. Maybe you need to send that energy more down into the earth. Maybe you need more elevation, consciously sending it up to the sky. Just listening to what your body needs right now. And then you can bring your hands off of your knees and just allow the arms to float in the space as if they were pieces of seaweed just floating around, allowing them to respond gently to the movement of the spine. Keep breathing, inhaling, expanding, exhaling, softening. One more spiral this direction. And then coming back to center, opening the arms wide. We're gonna do 3 big unfurls. Exhaling, floating the arms down. Inhaling, pulling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling, pulling up. Exhaling down. One more time. Inhaling up. Exhaling, bringing the hands to the knees. Inhaling, pushing the chest forward, and exhaling, spiraling the other direction. Now reversing that spiral. Inhaling, expanding the heart forward. Exhaling, spiraling, softening the heart back. And then already starting to send that spiral down through the spine, down through the pelvis, down through the hips, connecting all the way down into the earth, grounding the energy down. And then spiraling back up through the hips, pelvis, up through the vertebrae, back behind the heart. Then keep going up between the shoulders, spiraling up into the neck. Spiraling all the way up through the crown, connecting up to the sky, with a sense of expansion upwards. And then just allowing that spiral to travel wherever it needs to in your body. What do you need right now? Bring a sense of harmony through the body, to balance that sense of being grounded and being expansive. And when you're ready, you can float the arms off of the knees and just allow the arms to respond to the movement of the spiral. Open channels through the arms, energy flowing down through the fingertips, expanding out into space. And then without stopping the movement, we're going to transition into a free flow, finding all the different ways you can create spirals and circles, waves with the spine and the torso. And continuing to allow your arms to respond. Closing your eyes, just finding this flow inside of your own body. Feeling the undulation of the vertebrae in every direction. And then as you continue in your exploration, just bringing a bit more freedom through the arms. You can find little spirals in the fingers, undulating through the fingers. You can find some more movement in the wrists as they circle and spiral. Finding some more movement through the elbows and the shoulders. Just keep opening this up in whatever way feels good to you. Staying with these feminine pathways, circles, spirals, and waves. Continuing to allow the breath to support you with every movement. We'll stay here for 3 more breaths. And whatever you're exploring, just going one level deeper into it for these last couple breaths. Good, and then on your next inhale, stacking up to center and opening the arms wide. Taking a pause here, just continuing to feel that spiraling of energy moving through you, even in this stillness, that connection between the earth and the sky from root to crown, the open channel through the spine and the arms. Let's do 3 big unfurls together here, inhaling, exhaling, floating the arms down, inhaling, pulling up through the center, exhaling, floating down. 2 more like that. One more time. Exhaling, bringing the hands to the knees, inhaling, arching the back, exhaling, bowing down to the earth. This time as we inhale, we're going to push up to our hands and our knees. We're going to come to our hands and knees position. And we're just going to do a few arches and curls. So we're going to inhale, arching up, and exhaling, curling down. Inhaling, arching up, tilting the pelvis back, exhaling, curling down. Sending that breath down into the pelvis and the hips, opening up even more. Good, and then on the next inhale, we're gonna push our weight back to our heels. I'm gonna tuck my toes and push my weight back to my heels. And then as I exhale, I'm gonna roll through the spine and bring the weight towards the hands, tucking the tail. Inhaling, arching back. Exhaling, curling forward, tucking the tail. Good. Inhaling, arching back. Exhaling, curling forward. Close your eyes and just find this movement in your own body, focusing on the pelvis, the arch and the curl of the pelvis. Inhaling, expanding, opening the pelvis back. Exhaling, softening, tucking the pelvis forward. Again, tuning into this smooth undulation of energy as you wave forward and back. Few more times here. Good. And we'll meet on the inhale, pushing back. This time we're going to add a spiral to the pelvis. So as we exhale now, we're going to spiral the pelvis around and forward. And then as we inhale, we're going to spiral the pelvis back. So it's essentially the same movement, but adding that spiraling movement. Spiraling forward as you exhale, tucking the pelvis forward. Spiraling back as you inhale, opening the pelvis back. So now we're really narrowing in our focus to the pelvis and the hips.
Sending all of our breath down in the pelvis, opening it up through the spiraling motion. Again, closing your eyes and just feeling this in your own body. Setting that intention to use this movement to release any stagnation through the pelvis, through the pelvic bowl, through the womb space, any tightness through the hips. Opening it up with the breath. One more time this direction. And then when you're ready, you can go ahead and switch directions, spiraling back the other way. Continuing to bring your focus deeper into the pelvic bowl. Sending that softness, the gentleness down into your body, opening up through the breath. And then without stopping the movement, we're going to transition into another free flow, this time exploring the circles, spirals, and waves through the pelvis and also through the spine. So finding all the different ways you can create these non-linear movements on your hands and your knees. Feeling that connection between your crown and your tailbone. Feeling the undulation of the vertebrae in different directions, the snake-like motions. Feeling that serpentine energy as it flows through you. Playing with finding that movement also in the shoulders and the elbows and the wrists. Feeling that circling motion open up. And then sending it also down through the hips, the knees, the ankles. You can play with bringing your knees off of the floor, twisting side to side. Going deeper into the hips and the pelvis. We're gonna stay here for about 30 more seconds. Whatever you're exploring, just seeing if you can go one level deeper into it for these last 20 seconds. Activating all the different layers of the body. Feeling the skin, the muscles, the bones and the joints. Good, one last deep breath in this exploration. And then we're gonna push all the way back to our heels, again, sitting back on our heels. And this time we're gonna roll all the way up to a kneeling position. So sitting up on the knees. And taking a pause here. And then taking a few clearing breaths for yourself. Again, just feeling that activation through the body, through the arms, through the torso, through the legs. Enjoying the sense of aliveness through the body. And on our next inhale, we're gonna arch up, lifting the head, lifting the chest even more every time, seeing if you can lift up a little bit more. And exhaling, we're gonna bow down to the earth. Again, arching down, bringing the hands to the earth. This time as we inhale and roll up through the spine, we're gonna also lift up on the knees. Lifting up on the knees, arching all the way up. Exhaling, arching down. Moving to our big body waves. Inhaling, tucking the tail, rolling up through the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, arching up. Exhaling, releasing, bowing down. Inhaling, curling up. Exhaling, arching down.
Closing your eyes, just going at your own pace, seeing if you can really feel this wave motion as the energy moves up and down. Pulling the energy up from the earth, expanding it through the crown, and then allowing it to release back down. Working with your body, tuning into your mobility through the spine, feeling that ebb and flow. One more time like this. And then on your next inhale, we'll just sit up on the knees again. Take a pause here before we move to our fast release. So we're gonna do the fast release of the same movement, trying not to lose the wave motion, even with the surrendered movement on the exhale. So again, we're gonna inhale, arching up, and we're gonna exhale, releasing down. Inhale, pulling up, exhaling down. Surrendering down, trusting the body, finding your own pace. Using the breath to support you. Four more if you can. Last one. And then inhaling, sitting back up on the knees, taking a pause here. Closing the eyes and just feeling. And we're going to reverse that wave, starting slow, just like we did in the seated position. So this time we're going to start at the top of the head and we're going to start curling down, vertebrae by vertebrae. And then once we get to the bottom, as if someone's pulling us from our hair, arching up from the top of the head. Again, standing all the way up on the knees. And then from the top, curling down. Inhaling, arching up. Exhaling, curling down.
To each person you meet, if you knew their whole story.
Go slow at first to feel this undulation up and down through the spine.
Is one of your guides. Look deeper and you may recognize.
Inhaling, arching up.
Disguise.
Exhaling, curling
In the
down.
end, we are not so different, and all of us are equally significant.
The ebb and the
Our
flow.
shells may vary in color and size, but we are connected through universal love inside.
2 more times like this. And then on your next inhale, go ahead and just sit up on the knees for a moment. And same thing, we're going to move to our fast release of the same movement. Really surrendering on the exhale, being supported by the breath, pressing the body. So we're going to inhale here. And as we exhale, we're going to curl down with the release. Inhaling, pulling up. Exhaling, releasing down. Try not to lose the wave motion through the spine. Inhaling, arching up. Exhaling, curling down. Surrendering. Trusting the body. 4 more if you can.
Color and size.
Good, and then on your next inhale, just sitting up. So go ahead and open the knees a little bit wider. I'm just feeling the activation through the body, the lightness. And we're gonna do 3 big unfurls with the arms here. Inhaling, opening the arms wide. Exhaling, floating the arms down. Inhaling, pulling up through the center. Good, 2 more times like that. Exhaling, bringing the hands to the knees. Inhaling, arching the spine. Exhaling, bowing down. This time as I inhale, I'm gonna tuck my toes and I'm gonna push my body into a little ball, tucking down into a little ball, keeping some weight on the hands. And then I'm gonna very slowly start to straighten my legs, coming into a forward fold. So just making your way to a forward fold, straightening your legs. Just hanging out in a forward fold for a few breaths.
Mirroring how much you have grown. Through a web of synchronicity, we are deeply connected. With each lesson learned, walking each other home. Pay close attention to the language of the heart. You'll hear its whisper in silence.
Good, and then we're gonna bend the knees and we're gonna start rolling up vertebrae by vertebrae all the way up to a standing position. Head comes up last. And once you're there, just closing your eyes, just taking a moment to feel this verticality. Feeling the connection between the soles of your feet and the ground, feeling the spaciousness above your crown, all of the space above and around you. Still feeling this connection both ways, feeling deeply grounded, anchored to the earth, and also expansive above the head, floating in space. And we're gonna open the arms wide. And as we exhale, we're gonna dive all the way down, diving back down. Bending the knees at the bottom, and then we're gonna curl all the way up, bringing our arms through the center in that unfurling motion. Standing all the way up, exhaling, diving down. So we're coming to our big body waves. Bending the knees at the bottom, curling up through the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, expanding all the way up. Good, just continue this at your own pace. Again, now feeling that full wave motion through the body. Pulling up from the feet, through the legs, all the way through the spine. Expanding up through the crown. And then diving back down. Feeling the undulation of the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae. Full activation of the body. Two more times like this. Make sure you drop your head at the bottom. Good, and then staying up on your next inhale, opening the arms wide. And we are going to move to our fast release of the same movement. The surrender on the exhale without losing the wave of the body. So we're going to inhale here and we're going to release down. Inhaling, pulling up. Exhaling, release. Same movement, just with a fast release of the breath. Surrendering, trusting the body. Four more if you can. Last one. Staying up, dropping the arms, and just coming into a little shake, shaking the body, shaking out the pelvis, shaking out the hips, shaking out the belly, shaking out the chest, shaking back down through the arms, shaking the fingers, the wrists, the elbows, shaking out the shoulders, shaking out the neck, moving the muscles in the face around, shaking out your tongue, and then shaking down through the legs, shaking out the feet, shaking out the toes, the thighs, letting the butt jiggle. Keep shaking, and then shaking down through the layers, shaking through the skin, shaking into the muscles, shaking all the way into the bones. Making sure you get that shake into every single part of the body, every layer. And then we're gonna do 3 breaths together with sound on the exhale, shaking out the voice. Deep inhale through the nose. 2 more like that. One more. 10 more seconds to shake on your own, getting a little bit wilder, a little bit deeper into it, a little bit more release. Good, and then allowing that shake to dissipate. Coming back to stillness. Let's open the arms wide and do 3 big unfurls just with the arms. Exhaling, floating the arms down. Inhaling, pulling up. Exhaling, floating down. Clearing the channel. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhaling, bringing the hands all the way to the womb. And just placing the hands on the womb space for a moment. We're just going to start spiraling through with the pelvis again, creating figure 8s with the hips. And just taking some nice deep breaths down into the pelvis. Spiraling the pelvis. And already we're just going to open up to another free flow of the pelvis. Now finding all the different ways you can create circles, spirals through the hips, through the pelvis. Sending even more breath down into the pelvis. Finding different ways to wave the hips and the pelvis, side to side, forward and back, around in circles. And continuing to spiral with the pelvis, but also now bringing a bit more movement down into the knees. Thinking if you can find some little circles and spirals with the knees, using the bend of the knees to get more range of movement. And then going even deeper down into the ankles, spiraling in the ankles, maybe bringing some movement into the toes, walking the feet on the ground a little bit, bringing a bit more movement down into the feet. And then bringing that movement back up. And now allowing that spiral to move through the spine, expanding it upwards, feeling that undulations in the spine again. When you're ready, you can let your arms go and bring the arms into the dance. Remembering the spiraling through the fingers, spiraling through the wrists, the elbows, the shoulders. And so we're moving into a full body dance from the toes through the fingers, from the root through the crown, finding all the different ways you can create these feminine pathways through the full length of the body. We're going to stay here for a minute, closing your eyes and just going deeper into this exploration for yourself, wherever it wants to take you. Giving yourself permission to use all the space above you, around you, below you, behind you, in front of you. Taking up as much space as you want. You can even change directions if that feels good. Moving three-dimensionally. Keep going. Spiraling through all the layers, feeling the skin, the muscles, the bones, all of the joints. Feeling the spiraling through the heart as it expands and softens with the breath. Feeling the spiraling through the womb. Keep breathing. Whatever you're exploring right now, seeing if you can go one level deeper into it. One level deeper into presence with your body. Giving yourself more permission to listen to your body, to surrender to her flow, to trust her guidance. And then slowing that dance down, planting the feet back in the earth, coming back to a moment of stillness in the body. And just feeling the body floating in space here, feeling yourself deeply grounded to the earth and spacious, expansive towards the sky. And we'll take one more deep breath here, inhaling. And this time as we exhale, we're going to start rolling down from the top of the head, rolling back down to our forward fold, vertebrae by vertebrae. Taking a couple breaths there in your forward fold. And then exhaling, bending the knees all the way down, coming back to our little crouching position. And then we're going to shift our weight forward towards our hands and come back down to our knees. Sitting up on our knees. You can open the knees a little bit wider again here. Stacking the spine. And here we're going to do our final regrounding movement. So this time we're going to inhale, opening the arms wide and bringing them all the way up, meeting at the top of the crown. Exhaling, pushing the energy down towards the center. grounding all of that expansion down deeper inside of the body. Good. Inhaling, gathering up. Exhaling, centering, grounding, anchoring down. So we're going to do that 6 more times, just on your own pace, closing your eyes, using this as a way to take all of that expansion and anchor it even further into yourself, coming back to a place of harmony, settling the nervous system, coming back to a place of peace and clarity. Flowing down. Returning to softness. And then once you've completed, you can bring your hands back to your knees. And you can either stay here or you can transition back to a seated position for our final moment of integration. And again, I invite you to place your left hand over your womb space and your right hand over your heart. Just like we did at the beginning, taking a few more nice deep breaths into your body, and this time sending gratitude into your body. Thanking yourself for showing up today. Thanking yourself for taking this time to just be with your body, to acknowledge her, to reconnect with the physical body, the skin, the muscles, the bones, to reconnect with your energy body, to clear stagnation and blockages, to renew a sense of inspiration, creativity, the flow, and gratitude for allowing yourself to open to this circle of sisters so we can practice together to inspire each other and hold each other in this safe place. And just remembering that this is yours, that this is always available to you, this place of connection, this homecoming to yourself, this invitation for presence. And if we can spend even just 5 minutes every single day connecting in this level of presence, that it will begin shifting our entire experience of life to move with more awareness, with more fluidity, with more softness and openness, to at more moments in life remember that we are deeply anchored and expansively free, that we have a choice how we move and flow and dance in space through life. And so may this be a moment where you root in this remembrance that you have access to this, not just when you're in your practice, but at every moment through your day. So we're going to close today's practice with 3 nice deep breaths together. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Last one. And when you're ready, you can begin opening up your awareness and slowly bringing yourself back into your space.